In this week's Parsha, the Jewish people are joined at the bottom of Har Sinai, Mount Sinai, where they're about to receive the Torah, by Moshe's father-in-law Yitro, who comes to join the Jewish people. The verse tells us, the very first words of the Parsha tells us, Vayishma Yitro, that Yitro heard. What did he hear? What made him so inspired that he wanted to join the Jewish people at this point? Nobody else seemed to do it. And Rashi, the super commentator, tells us that he heard about the splitting of the sea and the war with Amalek. Now, the splitting of the sea is a miraculous event that was transformative. The entire world knew about it, and there's historical evidence for it. It's an event that's truly inspirational. But the war with Amalek, it's a war and we were successful, thank God. But really, what's the big deal? There are a lot of wars. And as successful as we were, we didn't actually vanquish them, we just weakened them. They'll come back in other episodes of Jewish history. So what is it about the war with Amalek that so inspired Yitro that he wanted to come join the Jewish people? The Meshech Chochmah tells us an important insight. To understand this insight, we need to know that the Jewish people, as they were traveling in the desert, they're surrounded on all sides by clouds, by protective clouds, a force field, really, of clouds. And the Jewish people traveled like that. So how did Amalek attack? Did they force their way through this cloud? No. What they did was, they attacked the people who were not in the cloud. Who did not belong in the cloud? Those Jews who were weaker spiritually, who perhaps sinned or did some other kind of mistake, and they weren't holding in the same level of trust in Hashem that the other Jews were. They weren't following the same morality and ethics that we were supposed to follow. So they were lagging behind. So whom did Amalek attack? Says the Meshech Chochmah, Amalek attacked them, those weaker Jews, the criminals, the sinners. But what did the other Jews do? We gathered together, we bound together, and we fought Amalek. For the sake of them, for the sake of the weaker Jews, the stronger, spiritually awakened Jews fought off Amalek. We went to war. For whom? For our own stragglers. And when Yitro heard that there's a group of people who love even our own stragglers, our own sinners, are beloved so much by the greatest people in the highest echelons of Judaism, would fight for them, Yitro said, that's the group of people I want to join. I want to be a member of a group of people who fight for the weakest Jews. What about us? Are we fighting for the weakest among us? Are we holding on to those Jews who are being lost through all kinds of different media, lost by isolation, lost to assimilation, converted by people from all walks of life who think that their spirituality is greater than ours? How are we standing up for them? How are we fighting for our stragglers? It's up to us now, for us to go to war, to fight off Amalek, to fight off all the doubts, to make it very clear that Judaism is the faith of the Jewish people. It is the faith that Hashem gave us, as is clear in this week's Parsha. It's not just an invention of people. It's not just our old customs that our forefathers had. Hashem told us to do certain things. Amongst those things is Shabbat. And what a beautiful time to invite those stragglers, to tell them to come join us, to see the beauty of Shabbat, to see the beauty of our relationship with Hashem. And Be'ezrat Hashem, with Hashem's help, we'll invite those stragglers, we'll invite those people who don't know much about Judaism yet. They'll come to our homes, they'll see the beauty of Judaism, the beauty of our relationship with Hashem, and they'll want to be a part of this wonderful nation that loves each other so much. A family, a community that loves each other so much that we will not let a single Jew behind. Shabbat Shalom.